going to do that. So,
well, we are in France, as Julia Child called it.
Oh, like what's she doing with my flag? Here's my flag. Ha! Yay. So, we are in France, which like I said last month, I knew that we were going. I do want to say that this could be our last video based off of what next month's box will be. We are both a little sad we haven't received the same amount of views that we did on our first one together, so.
I thought you people thought I was funny.
But based off our clue for next month, I think we might be going to England. I know I usually say this part for the end, but
she's excited.
If it is England or the UK,
can you get us for one more box?
This time it will be a real Universal Young box, not the one I did when I went to England, where my fiance thought it was a good idea to buy a bunch of snacks.
And you barely ate.
I barely ate.
He was happy though.
He was very happy. He loved the Jaffa cakes. He was very happy that he got to eat the whole thing. I tried to get him to share them with his family, but he refused to let them leave our room, so.
Oh, he's stingy.
Very stingy. And I know once he watches this, he's going to sit there and nod his head in agreement, so I know he's doing it right now as he's watching it, so. He's not even going to deny it, I promise you. So,
you know these books that we get in here.
If you do receive Universal Yums, you know they come with questions and fun facts about every country, which is amazing because you get to learn great new things. So the very first page has wonderful, beautiful questions on nice little trivia on France.
About France.
So my mom,
I've been to France, and I consider it one of my favorite all-time cities, only because I love the architecture. The food's not half bad either.
She's also a she's certified licensed, or
I'm a certified pastry chef.
There you go. So certified pastry chef. So pastries is her specialty. So we do actually love to bake. So
yes. So I just want to take a moment because as I was reading over these, like I said, I've been to Paris. I was just a little shocked at these answers. So I'm gonna read the first one to you. And then you can know where I'm going with this.
We're going to do one question, then one snack, one question, and one snack, just to keep this nice and flowy.
So the first trivia question is, in France, it's against the law to blank on a train without buying an extra ticket. Now, the choices are strange. You got snails, you have living plants, gold bars, and a pregnant woman. The
pregnant woman would be very offensive to women, that a pregnant woman would have to buy an extra ticket to get on a train, but.
So if you eliminate that one, then the other three are ridiculous.
Really?
So how do you pick out of the three? So what do you think it is? Well, the answer is snails.
Something they eat, you actually, if you own a pet, you have to buy an extra ticket for.
In 2008, a Frenchman was fined when a ticket inspector caught him carrying the slimy critter on board. He probably should have gobbled up the French delicacy before hopping on board. Snail, you have to buy a ticket for a snail to ride the train. Isn't that weird? That's weird. That's really weird.
Now, I'm just curious on how the person managed to find out that this passenger had a snail with him, because they're really small and you can stick them.
He must have been playing with the snail on the train. You can use your imagination however you want with this one. Anyway,
moving on to our first snack. So as you viewers who do watch this do know, I like to start with savory first, because since sweets are one of my favorite things, I like to leave them for last. So the first one we're going to start with is something I've never had before, ever in my life. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know what it smells like. Nothing. Never had it.
And what does this say it smells like?
It didn't say that it smelled like anything.
Oh, okay.
So these are black truffle chips. Now, the story on the black truffle chips is that apparently these have lightning powers. The story goes that a farmer saw a lightning strike his farm, and something started sprouting there. The pig ate a piece of the mushroom and lived. So the farmer thought, "What the heck? I'll eat it," and apparently went on to have 13 children. So
It's definitely magical. Maybe that's what's in Viagra.
truffles. Does not smell like dirt like you said it would. I could say that much.
No, you can definitely smell the potato, but truffle oil smells like dirt. Well, the reason I wanted her to go first is because my daughter hates mushrooms.
Yep, you can have those. Normally, I don't like to share the rest of the chips because most of the time the rest of my boxes have been very good with chips. So I don't share them. So she actually gets to have a bag of chips to herself. And that was horrible. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny how, yeah, I don't even really care for those. Because, first of all, I hate truffles. They're nothing like a mushroom at all. I don't know why everybody keeps saying they're like a mushroom, because they're not a mushroom. Plain and simple. Anyway, they taste like dirt. Thank you. Now I gotta take a drink of water.
And then you get to the second question.
Oh, second question. Alrighty, you ready? Which of the following can you use as a check in France?
This one's weird.
A piece of cardboard, toilet paper, a birthday card, or a US dollar bill?
Mull it over for a second. Which of these pieces of paper could you use as a check in France?
I know the first thing that you're checking off the list is
toilet paper.
Because I did. Because, and then I thought, is it clean? Is it dirty? Just didn't even want to go in that direction. But guess what? You can use all of them. According to France, as long as you have a bank account in France, you can write a check on any piece of paper. Yes, even if it's toilet paper. They still haven't said whether or not it's clean or dirty. Yeah, but slow down. Before you start rolling out in the cash, you're still going to have to produce a checkbook.
So basically, you still have to show that you have a checkbook that is connected to a bank in France to be able to use the whatever form of piece of paper that you brought to write a check.
So in essence, it's like an IOU. Hopefully there's people out there old enough to know what an IOU actually is.
If you don't know what an IOU is, it's where you actually... How do I explain it? I'm really bad at explaining. How do you explain it?
You write down on a piece of paper stating, I, so-and-so, owe you this amount of dollars, and I plan to repay it to you in this amount of time, and you sign your name.
Yep.
But you never had to have a notary. Now you got to notarize everything under the sun. Anyway, let's go to the next food because I still have the taste of these chips in my mouth.
I know, me too. So the next one are crispy, which is very weird, but crispy basil pesto crepes. Now, anybody who knows anything about crepes knows that they are not crispy whatsoever. They're very soft. I've never had one, but they're very soft and apparently very yummy.
Oh, they are. They're really yummy. I don't have a crepe pan, nor do I have the patience to actually make them.
So, they come in a box with a bag. So, the story is, this is actually a really lovely story on these. These are actually love crepes, so to speak, because the guy who was making them, originally the idea that happened, he could not stop staring at a woman who walked by, wasn't paying attention to his crepes, and burnt them. the owner of the shop decided to use them to her advantage, threw some pesto on top of it, and sold it, and the people of France have been in love with them ever since. So,
well, if anybody who knows, crepe is like a pancake. So,
a very, very thin pancake.
So it's just, if you don't pay attention to it,
whoa,
it can be crunchy.
Wow. Like, I barely opened the bag and the scent hit me, and it's just not, to me, it's not a very pleasant smell, and I like pesto, I really do.
Why do you want to smell it again?
Just want to make sure, like, right?
Now, that smells like dirt.
Does not taste like any pesto I've ever had.
I know, that's the quietest we've ever been. Sorry. So, pesto is made with basil.
I'm aware of that.
Yep. That's basil.
That's not even pesto, that's just pure basil in a paste form shoved into a crispy crepe.
It's basil. Don't eat it. God, France. Stick to the sweets, man. Stick to the sweets.
Okay. Question number 3. Or do you want to just jump into the next treat so we can get this taste out of our mouth?
And the next trivia question is, oh yeah, this one, I'm not getting a medal. The French government gives out medals to citizens for voting in every election, raising well-behaved kids, keeping their sidewalks clear, or growing a vegetable garden. When I said that I'm not getting one, was the answer. In American standards, I will get a medal for raising my children.
No teen pregnancies, no criminal records. There's been a couple arrests on somebody's end. I'm not gonna name any sister specifically. But
so yeah, you get a medal. An award is given to parents who have successfully raised several children with dignity. So you have to have multiple children.
You can't just have one kid and expect this kid to grow up to be, a rocket scientist and get a medal.
So there are 3 levels, okay? Bronze, which is for people who have 4 to 5 children, which is me. I have 4 children. I'm not getting that bronze medal. Not even close.
No.
Silver for 6 to 7 children, and parents with 8 or more. They deserve more than a gold medal for raising 8 or more kids, but anyway. According to France,
I think they deserve free living if you have 8 or more children and you're raising them, but that's just me.
According to France, now that's got to be harder than winning an Olympic medal. Yeah, I had 4. I agree. Yeah, go on. Let's go to something sweet.
Okay, so the next thing is one of my favorite things, but it's mixed with something I've never eaten before, so I'm very out of my comfort zone on that one. First off, it's dark chocolate, which is absolutely amazing. Dark chocolate is really good.
Dark chocolate.
But this dark chocolate has a nice little twist to it. It has violet nuggets in it. Yes, violet nuggets. So, I really didn't see that there was much of a history to it, but if I open this and there's a golden ticket inside, I'm gonna laugh. Just the way it's wrapped, it reminds me of Willy Wonka. I'm just saying. The real Willy Wonka, not this Charlie and the Chocolate Factory stuff you youngins think is the best movie Johnny Depp's ever did. Done. Whatever. It's still a crappy movie. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. I mean, it's questionable. but he just makes Willy Wonka creepy. Gene Wilder was the best Willy Wonka.
I'm trying to open this without making
a mess, but it didn't work.
Not even a mess, just like try to open it so I can be able to close it back up. That wasn't working, so it smells like dark chocolate, so I don't feel like there's any nuggets in it, but ooh, chocolate. Bon appetit.
That's a nice smelling dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of an aftertaste of a, I don't want to say floral, but
Well, it's the right word.
But it's good. I actually like it.
Yeah, because it's not overpowering, which is nice.
It is. Yeah. I feel like it's a perfect balance between chocolate and...
Yeah, because they let the chocolate talk.
Definitely very good. Thank you, France, for that. Never would have thought to eat violets, but thank you. Very yummy.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, the next trivia question is...
We're on number 4, right?
We are.
Number 4.
Out of all the countries in the world, France has the most languages, unmarried men, debt, or time zones.
So I'm pretty sure all of you lovely single women out there would like it to be unmarried men. My mother, who's married, would like it to be unmarried men, but
who doesn't want a Frenchman? Ooh la
me.
la.
I like my English man. Perfect.
Anyway, the answer is time zones. Apparently, there are 12 different standard times.
For a country about the size of Alaska, they have way too many time zones.
Well, it says with 12 different standard times, France holds the world record, beating out both the U.S. and its territories, as well as Russia, both with 11. Congratulations to France for keeping us all confused and never quite on time.
Lovely.
Well, anyway, yep.
So, the next piece, yellow or red?
Let's do the
yellow?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one are called, oh my gosh, I have to read it again.
Yep.
Thank you. They're called almond financiers.
Yes.
That's what they're called. They were designed to look like a gold bar, to be able, and the size of it, to be able to draw attention to the bankers because it was made in the banking district. So, yep. Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this. They only gave us one piece, so I actually have to share. Because if this is really good, I'm gonna feel really upset that I have to share. The next one, I'm already upset that I have to share. So, there you go.
Thank you.
Now my mom says she's had them. She says they're really good. So,
I spent 2.5 months in Paris. I've had these.
oh my gosh, like it
smells like nothing but almonds.
It does.
This is the most magical because I love almonds.
It's nice and soft and flaky and spongy, and
she doesn't know, but these taste so much better when they're fresh. Don't make it wrong. These are really, really good. If I can get these shipped to my house, I'd be as big as my house. I don't want to make them. That's how lazy I am.
That was amazing. I could see why you said what you said. Because I would eat those with these constantly.
They're my favorite.
So,
all right, we're on our last question.
Last question.
In 2011, French authorities banned cafeterias from supplying children with unlimited sugar packets, ketchup, napkins, or pickles.
See, if I was a kid, I'd be very upset that it would be pickles because I love pickles, but it's not. And
Well,
sugar packets would make a lot of sense.
And in the South, we sure love our fried pickles, so, Anyway, nope. The answer is, of course, ketchup. Because believe it or not, ketchup holds more sugar than actual sugar. Unfortunately for tomato lovers, ketchup consumption is limited in France. The first question is why. According to the French government, kids aren't allowed to eat ketchup at school more than once a week to preserve French culture and their traditional cuisine. The second question is, how do they survive? Yeah, because it's nothing but sugar. If you're using any products like ketchup that you buy at the store, it's filled with sugar. It's in the first 3 ingredients, people. Get with it. Don't get me started. That's what she's giving you the eye roll for. Let's move to the next food item.
I do want to point out that we have been eating very well for the past few days, so this to me is a treat.
Huge treat.
Because I've been eating nothing.
Fiber, fiber, fiber.
But greens. I've had green beans, spinach, cabbage, romaine lettuce, chicken out my butt.
So when I started this whole healthy cooking, somebody came to me and said, what kind of snacks will I be able to have? Because I'm going to be hungry. And I said, trust me, with the size portions you'll be getting, you won't be hungry.
I had 4 cups of spinach the other day. 4 cups of spinach with cabbage and a 1/3 pound turkey burger and green beans. I couldn't even eat it all.
Yes, and that is actually 1 serving. She hasn't been doing a whole lot of snacking, which is sad because we have a whole lot of fruit that we have to eat.
I ate my pineapple yesterday.
Well, that's good.
Anyways.
I don't know how she fit the pineapple in. Honestly. I'm so full I barely eat snacks.
I ate it like around 9 o'clock, 2 hours before I got off work.
That's fine.
So.
Well, you shouldn't really have sugar that late at night.
That is true. I'm sorry.
Alright, no problem.
Moving on. So the next one is one of my favorite things I have had. I've never had it this way before, but are mandolins or madeleines, depending on who.
They're madeleines.
Madeleines. Sorry, madeleines.
No problem.
So there's several different stories to this. One of them involves King Louis the 15th. Yeah, there we go. Apparently he had somebody who worked with him that made, her name was Madeline, and made them. So
I can't see. So.
I know. So this is a raspberry madeleine made with fresh raspberries. So this is what the top looks like after you bake it. It's a little weird. It's got a little bump on the side. But the back, I don't know if you'll be able to tell
Because it's a mold.
Yes, it's a shell. So it's pretty cool. So I am very upset I have to share this because I love these and I could eat probably a dozen of these myself. I'm giving you the smaller half.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, you could smell the raspberry coming out of this.
If you've never had a madeleine, they're kind of like a cross between a sponge cake and an angel food cake. It's kind of springy.
Seriously, we have these and
when these are fresh
and the gold bars,
you'll eat them forever.
We would be as big as our house.
And no, I'm not baking them.
I'll learn. I'll figure it out. I can bake. I'm very good at it.
I like the financiers best because I love almond.
I have a lot of almond powder. Maybe we should use it.
Almond flour, yeah.
Yes, almond flour. Alright. So the next one is candy. Which they always have candy at the end of it. The first one are hey, lady.
I'm sorry.
I need to read.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was reading.
She was distracted.
I was.
Oh, yeah, that one. The next one is called Claus caramels with chestnut cream. So they're chewy, so we both get one.
Oh, fantastic. It's not often that happens.
No.
Normally you find us sharing.
It really can't. You smell the caramel. Mm. Not bad. Very nice.
The caramel is nice. It's not very sweet.
Very nice. I was like, what'd you do with your water?
I had to put it down on the floor.
Alright. So the last one. Oh, you want to take that piece? I'm going to take this dark chocolate out of the freezer later. This dark chocolate is awesome. So the last ones are called fruit-filled hearts, which, just like everybody else, French celebrate Valentine's Day.
Because it is the city of love. I know it's a horrible French accent.
They are more picky about the colors of the flowers than we are here. I know that some people do know the not history, but know what each color means. So white means, Mom, do you know?
No.
White means you're just friends.
Oh. I've never gotten a white flower, white rose.
Me neither. Pink roses indicate meaning. Okay. That you show interest, but not quite in love yet.
I've never gotten a pink rose either.
I have, but I've gotten them because I actually like pink.
Yeah. Was it because,
yeah,
somebody actually knew what the meaning was?
Yeah. Then again, we're Americans and the French hate us, so.
They don't hate us. Not so much anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, and the red rose means
love.
That is actually the one that is correct.
Passion.
So it says here
Alpha
that
male.
red roses indicate that you are passionately in love, which I am passionately in love.
Well,
So.
I have received red roses.
I have too for
because
my birthday
here
one year.
In the States, red roses are everywhere. Like,
so
everywhere. So everybody gets them. So that's
true.
Nobody, it's,
It's a very common thing. Everybody gets it, whether you're in love or not.
Correct.
So.
And I don't really care for red roses. Anybody who knows me knows that's the truth.
So this company created these little heart-shaped candies made with the exact same colors. We got pink and red. That most of the time these are used in classes, so be careful on who you give them to and what color. So I'll let you pick what color you want. Okay. So my mother went with pink.
Since you're passionately in love.
I am passionately in love, and I'm very happy to admit it. Oops. Just pop that like that?
I ripped this.
Okay. Oh, before you eat it, I did want to say that since these are fruit-filled, they are filled with a tangy apple flavor with a crunchy shell and the gooey jam center.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh.
Why does this remind me of something?
Those little heart candies that...
No, like with the jug centered and everything.
Yeah, those little heart candies that look like the strawberry wrapping on the outside.
Yeah. A little Cuban candy. Completely opposite directions, but pretty much the same thing.
These are good.
These are good.
Wow. I would like to point out with Universal Yums, the clues that they give on the back of these things are not always very distinctive to one country.
Because that's why they want you to.
Because there are other countries,
yes,
that sell the same items. As in, for the clue here, the clue they offered mostly was the mulled wine.
Clue to next month's box. Grab a hat and mittens, because it's about to get colder. Where the castles are taller and the forests are older. You won't need hot mulled wine. We've got better yums in store. Creamy fudge, chocolate plums, and oh, so much more.
The castles in the forest kind of helped out a little bit that it would probably be the UK.
Yes, but for some reason, when they are talking about mittens and getting colder, I have a lot of grown children, so forgive me for this reference. Frozen. Like Norway.
Ooh.
Denmark. You know, because they have really old castles. They do serve hot mulled wine type things. Chocolate plums. It kind of sounds like up their alley.
But
then again,
on the back of every flag card, there is questions about what you've read in the booklet. Now, I did this last night at 12 o'clock in the morning. Half asleep right off of work. I did this.
This morning.
So, the bottom, after you answer all the questions, has little letters from each question. Little letters that you fill in that will give you the answer. Like a little unscramble thing. And it says at the answer, get ready to spice things up next month with crunchy peanuts covered in paprika. Now, I did my research. Norway, Denmark was not one of those countries that serve paprika peanuts.
How about Sweden?
Nope.
No Scandinavian country?
No Scandinavian country. So, which led to a lot of Arabic countries. So that kind of rules out the whole Arabic stuff because of the mittens. Sorry. But as I was scrolling, I did notice a bag from a specific shopping center in England that sells paprika peanuts. So, that made me think about the fact that it could be the United Kingdom. But we'll see.
Hard to think that they would actually do 2 in one cycle, but you never know.
They did it 3 years ago.
England, they did 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we haven't been doing it for 3 years.
No, we've only been doing it for 7 months now. This is box number 7.
Number 6 for me.
Yes. Well, technically 7. I mean, this is her 6th video, but she did eat the first box.
Well, of course.
Still like the mayonnaise chips. I don't know how.
They were good. Sorry, they were good.
Anyways. So, I would really, really appreciate it if you guys would like and share this video. My phone. What do you need your phone for?
Thank you.
I really appreciate if you guys could like and share this video with your friends and family. We're not, obviously, we're not embarrassed by anything that we do. We're doing this just purely for your entertainment. And
yes, we act like this all the time.
This is us all
Camera,
the time.
no camera. You know, we go around quoting movies, TV shows, music, whatever.
Hence why she mentioned Frozen.
Yeah, sorry.
And sorry if anybody's little children did hear that and now want to watch Frozen, and we've now said it 3 times. I am very sorry.
Just let it go. Let it go. Again, no, I'm sorry.
So, yes, please like and share. It really would help us out. Go back and watch our other ones. They are just as hilarious as this one. We did change it up a little bit with this one. So,
well, yes, because I read the trivia questions and I thought they were ridiculous.
They were very ridiculous.
So I wanted to share them. I wanted to share. That's what this is all about. Sharing is caring.
But then again, to think about it, since next month is St. Patrick's Day, maybe we might be going to Ireland? I don't know.
We'll take a look.
So,
I mean, because you definitely need mittens there.
they do have castles and forests.
They do.
So, we'll find out. So I hope you all have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.